That's all right. Oh.
Well, you've just watched us wonderfully. We just blazed it. Welcome to Fast Break Breakfast. This is Ground Truck Edition. Ground Chuck. My name is Chuck Anderson. I'm among sitting next to the illustrious, amazing Blazer Boy. 420 Blaze It. What's up, Blazer Boy? Blaze Boy out here blowing clouds of that Sabonis strain. Got that Ruben Patterson Kush.
Got that big red head.
You doing all right there? Puffing on that Walton?
Mm-mm. You told me we're gonna take it easy today.
Yeah, I'm smoking the indica. You're on the sativa. You're doing all right, baby. Don't worry about it. Everything good though, Blazer Boy? How you feeling after that Blazer loss last night? You gamble on anything?
So I made a bet with Grizzlies Keith that if Evan Turner had less than 32 points, I would wear for the rest of the week Marc Gasol apron, shitty ass Grizzlies beanie.
So you made a point to gamble on Evan Turner scoring 32 points.
Evan Burner Turner, reigning Most Improved Player of the Year in the Blazer Boys Awards, reigning Sixth Man of the Year in the Blazer Boys Awards, reigning Citizen of the Year in the Blazer Boys Awards. Did not even press charges when I accidentally drove my truck into his swimming pool.
You, now, just get this straight. You're the person who drove their truck into Evan Turner's swimming pool.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. I got
I'm
that.
under legal advice. I can neither confirm nor deny.
Okay, so rumors are out there that maybe perhaps you were the guy who, like a good neighbor, State Farmed your car into his backyard.
How common knowledge is this?
It was on my podcast, Fast Break Breakfast.
I
Have
do
you
not
heard
listen
of
to
it?
your podcast. I listen to Grizzlies Outsiders podcast when I need Grizzlies information, which is seldom. I do not participate in the white patriarchy.
We're on Patreon. It's different.
You're white. I do not listen to you.
Respect.
You said we
respect.
were doing the Blazer Boy Awards. I also lost a bet with Nuggets Matt saying I would do this podcast. I also have to wear these horrible, terrible Nuggets socks.
What was the bet that you had with Nuggets Matt? Because last time you wore a Nuggets hat because of Nuggets Matt.
I bet that Yusuf Nurkic would make an all-star team before Nikola Jokic.
Ooh. All right.
And I still stand by that bet
And how long are you going to have to wear those socks?
until Yusuf Nurkic makes an all-star team.
So you haven't taken them off.
That is correct.
All right, Blazer Boy. Well, your commitment to making sure you don't welch on your bets is legendary. Everybody knows you're the world's best bet loser. Nobody comes through on their bets better than you. Right?
I'm afraid that is correct.
That's true. And I'm glad that we can show you off to our fans out there in Fast Break Breakfast land. What else we want to talk? We want to talk mid-season awards. What we got? We're actually closer to the end of the season. There's about 20-something games left. What do you think? Who do you think the coach of the year is?
Coach of the year this year is not Terry Stotts. Anyone but Terry Stotts. I say that because Zach Collins received a coach's
I'm sorry.
DNP.
Who's that?
Zach Collins.
Zoc?
Zach Collins.
I don't think that's how you pronounce it.
We'll go ahead and get to it. Zach Collins is Sixth Man of the Year this year. No questions asked. It's pronounced Zach because it is Z-A-C-H. That would be like Johann Sebastian Bach. You don't say Johann Sebastian Bach. Some vehicles can reach the speed of Mach 10. Mac 10 is one of my favorite rappers, so I would know that.
Mm-hmm. If it's spelt that way.
The Loch Ness Monster is not the Loch Ness Monster.
These are all
I don't feel
solid
like
points.
I have to explain myself to you or to Terry Stotts, who gave Zach Collins a coach's decision DNP last night. And for that, Terry Stotts, you can suck on both my nuts, named Kiki and Alex English. Alex English is not as big as Kiki.
Blazer Boy, can I ask you a question? Why are neither of your testicles named after actual Blazers?
You don't want to see what I do to my nugs. Do you call your balls Blazers or Nuggets sometimes? I feel like you're trolling me because the Blazers lost last night, and
No, I'm just
it's the most dangerous game you're playing.
I kind of am happy that you're here.
See all this that you're going for here?
What am I going for?
I'm the real article. I'm like the end of planes, trains, and automobiles. You
Good
can't
job,
even,
kid.
this shit ain't even buttoned.
My buttons popped.
You're the world's worst Mexican gangster.
Blazer boy, let's get back
This
to
big
the
redhead
topic.
is fire. though.
It's good redhead. He's got that Rashid strain. Blazers boy, we went through Coach of the Year. Isn't Terry Stotts? Who is your most improved player?
Most improved player until last night was going to be Zach Collins.
Understandable, but that DNP hurt him.
DMP did hurt him. It's hard to say Evan Turner again because his numbers, I will admit, have gone down slightly.
Yes, he's not as good this year as he was last year. Down in points and rebounds.
I made a bold prediction that Al-Farouq Aminu would be one of the most improved players, and I feel like so let's talk about the most improved Blazer this year. And honestly, it's Dame Lillard.
You really think he's improved the most of anyone on the Blazers team?
He has improved from perennial all-star snub to MVP of the National Basketball Association.
Snub.
And most improved defensive player. Because the key to a good defense is a great offense. And when you are exhausted from guarding Dame Lillard, just look at Mike Conley last night.
He definitely
He was exhausted from guarding Dame Lillard.
He
It made
definitely.
him. In fact, Mike Conley was so exhausted from Dame Lillard that he did not focus on his own defense and chose to focus on his offense, nullifying Conley's defensive prowess. Do you see the circle? Do you see the Ouroboros, the snake eating its tail?
This seems like I don't think that's in John Wooden's book on winning. What kind of philosophy does
John Wooden, I believe he is one of the journalists who added Richard Nixon under the Watergate conspiracy. That's a little bit before my time.
I don't know that he coached UCLA. He was a famous basketball mind who had ideas about teamwork and offense and defensive philosophies. And
Kevin Love chose UCLA over the University of Oregon. We do not talk about UCLA.
All right, you're a big Beach Boys fan, Blazer boy.
Oh, like Kokomo.
So, Rookie of the Year. Who do you have for Rookie of the Year?
Rookie of the Year.
Now,
Okay.
Evan Turner is not eligible, just so you know.
Is Jake Layman eligible?
I don't know.
I feel like he got very few games played in the last few years and could potentially be eligible for.
Oh,
Rookie of the
and
Year.
like a Ben Simmons-esque kind of like second year, but really it's his rookie year. I can see where he came from. He's been in the year three years, in the league 3 years. So yeah, we can't do Jake Layman.
Laymania's been running wild though.
Yeah, you put it in layman's terms.
You said it, man.
M-
Rookie of the Year, I'll give it to Tesco Trae Young. Another player who nullifies other teams' defensive players with excellent offense, thereby making him an excellent defensive player.
You're not a Luka Doncic fan.
Also, I will tell you a little story. What have we talked about, the white patriarchy?
Well, he's European. I don't think he's not much of he wasn't here when all that stuff was going on.
Lucas is a white person's name.
This is correct.
Luca is a very white person's name. Luca is a white woman's name.
I hear Luka out on the playgrounds in East Nashville with my son. a lot.
Picture, if you will, a young Blazer boy, born and raised in the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia. Go on, get on some of that Zebo strain, that Mighty Mouse. So that's what I'm talking about. That's why I agreed to be on this right here.
Me and Blazer Boy go back. We used to blaze back in the day. We went to high school together before he moved off to
In
Portland.
the Atlanta suburbs.
In the Atlanta
My
suburbs.
father, CEO of a beeswax lip balm company, was transferred, if you will, to a beeswax lip balm artisanal hub that is Portland.
There's a lot of lip balm action there. Actually, your dad's company got absorbed by Burt's Beeswax.
It's the best day of my life.
Yeah. His dad's company was called None of Your Beeswax.
Now, if I could have, I would have stayed in Atlanta and supported those Hawks. That call train was riding high. John Concack, probably my favorite Hawk of all time. Danny Manning, second favorite Hawk of all time.
What about Dominique?
I was not in the Dominique era.
Okay, I see.
I post, man, how old do you think I am?
I don't know. I picture you like starting to watch the Hawks around Mookie Blaylock.
I did
time.
like Mookie Blaylock.
And I figured it was probably just a generation before. Maybe you caught the tail end.
I smoked all kinds of endo with Mookie Blaylock as a young Hawks fan.
Do you know the?
But once I got my first taste of Mighty Mouse Damien Stoudemire, it was all over. Damon Stoudemire.
Damon
I did not
Wayans.
even have to change my favorite player, nor my favorite actor, Blank Man, when I became Blazer Boy.
And that would have been a
number
major
one
pain
fan.
if that wasn't your favorite actor.
Who's your favorite fly girl? Don't say J-Lo.
It's
Don't say Jamie Foxx. Don't
it's
say
Jim,
Fire Marshal Bill.
It's that one time Jim Carrey did it as Fire Marshal Bill. Blazer Boy. Okay, so now we're gonna get it out. Who is your MVP this season?
I feel like this is a 3-horse race.
Okay.
I feel like it was a 4-horse race until Terry stupidly stopped playing Zoc.
Zach.
That's-
He identifies as Zach.
So you say I'll be Bach.
I
I'll be
think
back.
in
It's an H sound.
the English language is very peculiar with how we choose
It's very
pronounce
what now?
peculiar.
Your point has been made.
Peculiar.
So that brings us to 3 candidates.
That's it. What we got?
Jake Lehman, whom I love very much, but as I've said multiple times on this show, your show, say it again.
It's called Fast Break
The
Breakfast.
White Man's Patriarchal Podcast.
We're on Patreon. Fast Break Breakfast. That's what he meant.
Jake Lehman, he has been canceled because racism is out of control.
I mean, his win share. I'm looking on his basketball reference page. Impressive.
And that leaves us with Yusuf Nurkic, who is not white. Serbians are not white. And
I think it
Dame
technically they're from the Caucasoids. I think that's where the Caucasian mountains that we call Caucasians. It's in Serbia. So I think you're wrong there.
Dame Lillard
Okay.
gets my MVP vote this year. My MVP votes have been for the past 7-8 years. They've gone like this: Dame Lillard, Dame Lillard, Dame Lillard, Dame Lillard, not Kobe, not Kobe, Brandon Roy.
I think as far as you have a perspective,
Greg Oden.
he didn't. I'm not even sure if he was in the league that many years ago. Hey,
my timeline is not good.
pass it on the left-hand side. All right, so we've got consensus across the board. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Who we got there?
Dame Lillard.
Got it. A name we haven't mentioned, C.J. McCollum.
Old Scooby-Doo, riding the train. I do love C.J. McCollum, but what I love more than C.J. McCollum is fantasizing about trading C.J. McCollum for almost any other player.
That seems to be what Blazer
That
fans
is
like to do.
That is our national pastime. I have probably watched more trade machine transactions of C.J. McCollum trades than C.J. McCollum basketball games at this point.
As any true Blazer fan would. Well, I think we've come to a great conclusion. Blazer Boy, I've enjoyed this tremendously. I'm not sure how long we've gone. It may have been 5 minutes. It may
Seems
have
like an eternity.
It seems like it's been an hour.
Much longer than most Mach 10 songs.
Mac.
It's
Mac 10.
Exactly. Checkmate. It is Mac 10.
I guess it's hard to argue with that. I'm gonna get up and end this. Blazer Boy is gonna sit here. He's gonna blaze on that purple Urkel. Smoking
right
on
here, this
smoking
right
on
here.
that Terry Stott.
Greg Oden's cockroacher. Longer, smoother. Oh. Shit's making me cough.